Hi, I'm John Trishler with SPVparts.com, and today I wanted to take a few minutes to explain some things about the Radiance Lights and about the difference between an amber LED and a Selective Yellow LED light, and basically how the LED light produces a yellow or a white light. Because lately we've had a lot of customers that have been kind of confused by the amber LEDs and so on. So I want to take a few minutes to explain that. So let's dive right in. I want to cover a couple of things. The first thing we're going to cover here are on the Radiance lights. And you'll notice here on this Radiance box, the picture has a blue highlight around it. So many of our customers will get these, they're confused because they thought they got the amber backlit Radiance because they do come in various colors. They come in blue, red, amber, and a white backlight with a white fog light. So they get this box and they see the blue and they immediately think they got the wrong light. So the picture is a generic picture of Radiance lights in general. It just happens to be a picture of a blue Radiance light. If you look at the side of the box, you're going to notice the red dot. That's an indication that it's a red backlight. And then the part number right here is going to also tell you what color and what model Radiance light or scene light that you got. So again, you don't want to go by the picture. You want to go by the part number and the color of the dot. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing that seems to really confuse people about the Radiance lights is this one is a red backlit Radiance scene light, and this one is an amber backlit Radiance scene light. If you'll notice, you can't tell the difference. So many people will get confused because they don't see red in the lens, or they don't see amber in the lens, or they don't, for example, the picture on the box shows blue. That's just a doctored up picture for the product to illustrate that it has a background color. That's not an actual photo of the lens. So that's important to understand as well. But the thing about LEDs is that an LED doesn't need a different colored lens. The LED actually illuminates whatever color temperature it's designed to illuminate. And we'll get more into that in just a minute when we talk about actual amber LEDs, and we'll cover that in just a second. But in the meantime here, I want to show you on the Radiance Scene lights, because we're going to connect these to a power source real fast. I'm going to show you on the Radiance Scene lights how they illuminate. So as you see, they both look the same when they're off, but depending on which model you have, the backlight of the LED will glow the color that you chose. All right, so that's basically it on the Radiance lights. Hopefully you understand how that works now. If you'll notice here as well, on the circuit board, you can see the front-facing LEDs. Those four little dots, those are actually the LEDs. So it doesn't matter, again, what color the lens is. It has to do with the LED itself and how it illuminates. So we're going to dive into that a little bit more now, and we're going to talk about our next series light. So now we're going to dive into an actual amber LED fog light. So again, the Radiance, the Scene versions, those have a backlight color, which is secondary to the main light, which is white. And so don't confuse those. If you get an amber Radiance or Scene light, the actual light is still going to be white. It's just that low glow background color that you see that is going to be that amber or that red or that white or that blue color. All right, so this is an amber LED light. Now, what happens often is we'll get customers that will call us and they'll get their light like this. And they'll take it out of the box and they'll look and they'll see that the lens color is clear, just like you see here. And they think immediately they got the wrong light. It's not an amber light. And you can't go by stock photos on the internet. You can't go buy, even stock photos on our website, sometimes we'll have a few photos that are factory type photos that might have a yellow looking lens to this. It's designed to represent to you when you're looking at it on the internet that it's a yellow or an amber light, but it's not going to actually have a yellow lens. Again, the point is that LED lights, LEDs are not like a traditional light bulb where they need a yellow lens. LEDs actually will illuminate based on the design of that LED and the temperature it's supposed to burn that LED. And that's where you get your colors. If you think back to even lighting that you have, that you can buy for your house, you can buy a soft white light, a warm white light. You can buy a daylight light bulb. If you look at the light bulbs, typically they look the same. It has to do with the way that they're designed, the temperature they're designed to burn. The rating for that, and you've probably seen this before, is like you'll see, for example, 4000 K. The K stands for Kelvin. It's a measurement of the temperature of a light. So you have 4000 K, 5000 K is typically designed to be daylight, 5000 to 6000 K. The higher the number, you start getting from white to blue light, and then the lower the number, you start getting more yellow. So like a 1000 K to 2000 K might be a very yellow or an amber type light. So it has to do with the temperature that LED is supposed to illuminate. So we're going to go ahead and, to show you what I'm talking about, we're going to go ahead and connect power to this. As you can see, this is in fact an amber LED light because it is putting out an amber color. You can see it has to do with the LED itself, not the lens cover. All right, so now we're going to dive into the difference between an amber LED and a selective yellow light. So I'm going to unplug this real quick. So now if you notice next to our amber LED light, we have another light that the lens is yellow. Do you see that? Hopefully you can tell. So this is not a true amber LED. So if it's got a yellow lens, it's not an amber LED. It would be more considered what is called a selective yellow LED. So what it has is it has a white LED, but the lens itself changes the color to an amber or a yellow. Whereas an amber LED light actually illuminates a yellow or an amber color. So you're converting it here where it's actually the amber or yellow color here. So let's go ahead and illuminate this one now. Okay. So again, you can see you get a similar effect. The difference is the LED isn't designed to put out a yellow color. The lens converts the white light to a yellow color. All right, so both lights basically accomplish the same thing in two different ways. One nice thing about having the amber LED is that if you do have other lights next to it that maybe aren't amber and say have a clear lens, they're going to look the same, so they're going to look very uniform. There are just a few lights that are going to have a true amber LED option, where a lot of the lights that you see do have an amber lens, which would be considered a selective yellow style light rather than an amber LED. Now there are some other advantages, some other things that we can do. And let's say that, for example, that you didn't have an amber light. Let's say that you had a, let's just move this one aside here. Let's say that you had, we'll take our Radiance back over here, and this is our red one, but it really doesn't matter for example. The main light in this Radiance light is white. And if you didn't have an amber LED, let's say that you had a white fog light like this, and you wanted to convert it to an amber color, well, you can pick up one of these lens covers. And these lens covers essentially do the same thing, as you'll see. We'll just snap that on there. There we go. Nice and sturdy as you see there. Now, essentially, you have created your own selective yellow LED light. So let's go ahead and power this thing up here real fast. Again, does the same thing. So now you've got that amber look with a white LED. So, you know, these lens covers can actually be really cool as an alternative to an amber LED or a selective yellow LED, because essentially you've got 2 for 1, right? When you don't want amber, let's say it's you know, in the summertime and you don't have snow and that sort of thing, then you just run without the cover on there. But let's say in the wintertime, you want to be able to have that amber light for driving in snow and such, you can snap that cover on. All right, so Rigid also has covers available for all of these lights. So any of the lights, we've got those available as well. So like we were talking about the amber cover, you can put those on your lights to give you that amber look and then take it off when you don't want it, similar to what basically a selective yellow light would do. You can also get them in clear, a smoked clear color. They come in an all black color, and then a few models also come in a blue. So you can get a blue color, which would have the same effect as the amber here, where it's going to shine a blue type light through that cover, because it's changing the color of the light as it shines through that cover. So you can certainly get those. The clears would be nice for some added protection to that glass lens. You can certainly get a set of clear lenses for all of your lights and just add added protection to the front of them. If you did, let's say that you got one that was an amber and you wanted to put that on one and you wanted all the other lights to match, but you obviously didn't want them to be amber, you could pick up the smoked color for the other lights or the clear color for the other lights as well, and kind of have a uniform look along with the function of that amber color where the light shines through that. The black, this is an all black, so this is designed to completely block all light. And the point of this is going to be with the states that there's certain states that are going to require you to cover your lights completely due to their laws. So if it's an off-road light, states like, for example, Pennsylvania, if you're not off-road, they require you to have these covers on your lights. So if that's the case, you can certainly get those covers for all of your lights as well. But yeah, the covers again are a nice alternative to getting an amber light. So if you're not quite sure, you're on the fence, you don't really want to have an amber light all the time, but you want to have the ability to have amber lighting if the conditions get bad, you can pick up a set of these covers in amber, and that's going to essentially give you the same effect as what you see here in a selective yellow. So hopefully that's filled you all in on the differences between what a true amber LED light is and why you don't actually see amber in the lens, and a selective yellow where it's a white LED that transfers the light through a yellow filter and gives you a yellow or an amber light. And hopefully on the Radiance Lights, it helps you understand that the lens cover has nothing to do with the color of the backlight on the LEDs for the Radiance series or the Scene series. They are going to illuminate based on the LED itself, and you're not going to be able to tell what color you have until you actually add power to it. All right, thanks again for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and visit spvparts.com for all of your lighting needs for all your vehicles. We would love to help you out. You can reach us at 317-93-GO-SPV or email us at info@spvparts.com, and we can definitely help you put together the package that works best for your vehicle. So thanks, we'll see you next time.